How you doing? Pat here at Pat's Rides. I think I finally got my complete vlogging setup all figured out. As you know, I've got the helmet one. We'll be back in a minute and talk about the rest. As you can see before the intro, I still have my rear facing camera, but I just swapped it out. Instead of my Garmin Virb Ultra 30, I put my $50 super cheapy Chinese Wongkuo camera on here. It does have a remote control, believe it or not, which is a cool thing. What I have done, as you see, I don't have it closed up yet. This is the old microphone hole. I'll go ahead and silicone that shut. And I've got this hole I'm going to put the charging cord in. Once the adapter gets here, I'll have this powered the whole time the bike's up. And I'll figure out a way to make it water resistant, and if it dies, whatever, it's a cheap Chinese camera. And then I have moved my Garmin Virb Ultra 30 up here so I can control it by hand. Let me get the bike on for just a minute here. This has a remote option also that works with the Garmin, but it's just so, you just gotta learn how to push the buttons right. It's just so intermittent when it works or not. Let me turn this on real quick here. As you can see, it's got the green light flashing. If I scroll down to here, I've got the Virb remote. Now, it will not work today for certain because I've turned all that off in the camera, but this will always come up the first try. When it works right, it will come up and work the second try. Then you get your record and yeah, picture buttons. And when it works great. But the last time I tried to ride with it, no matter what I did, it refused to work. So I've come up with this setup, which I think is a little better anyway. I've got my RAM mount here. This will give me the me view, I guess we want to call it. Garmin does make a powered mount for this, but they want some stupid crazy money, like $120, something like that, $115. I just don't know that I want to pay it. I mean, get this camera out of here real quick. What it does is it attaches to these terminals here, but right here is how you would power it and charge it or download the footage from it. Let me turn this off. But the cool thing is with this button here, when I'm riding, flip that like that, instant power on, and as you can see, it is now recording. So that's not so bad. But I don't know, I might put a hole in this too and put the cable in it and power it. I haven't made up my mind yet because I'm not paying no $100 and some odd for the powered case, for lack of a better word. And then I now have my battery pack that goes down into my jacket also. I went crazy big, probably shouldn't have. It's a 30,000 milliamp battery. Probably should swap that out for maybe a 1 or 2,000, something a little bit smaller. But we're going to give this a shot for a little bit. Welcome back to the road test portion of this. This will be the third try to finish this video. All kinds of technical difficulties. Kind of forgot this cheap Chinese camera in the back. When you remove the battery, it loses its settings. It doesn't have any kind of built-in capacitor or anything to maintain settings while you change the battery. If you go back and watch my Wongkuo review video, it'll tell you all about it. But anyway, so it's a few days later, and you can tell anyway, it's a little bit more overcast. Now when I want to use this camera, all I got to do is now we're recording here. Jesus. Then you get assholes like that that think they're in a sports car and about flip this truck in my lane.
I wish I could say this is the first time I've seen this. I had a logging truck in West Virginia almost come over on me once. Or at least I felt like that logging truck was going to come over on me. It leaned even worse than this truck.
And what I do to sync them all when I'm doing my editing is I just lay on the air horn for a second or two. That'll give me a nice high pitch to line up all my videos, and I'll try to post a screenshot of that process here also.
Here's a shot of my video editor, DaVinci Resolve, the free version. And you can see I've kind of got my timeline set up here. I already have all my clips right here lined up based on the horn sound. After I have everybody lined up like this, I have my 3 video sources. This is the helmet camera, this is the rear facing camera, and this is what I like to call the me camera. And I can just go back and forth between these videos when I output it, so you can get to the same audio but different views.
But then anyway, as I decide to, after I've got everybody lined up, I can just go back and forth between my personal point of view, my me cam, for lack of a better word, and then as we enter this corner here, as long as everything's still working right, we can go to the rear facing camera, which I think is a cool view, especially when you've got a friend or wife or anybody else with you that's behind you. As you can see, I've got a big truck behind me right now, and I'm not going all that fast. I'm just in cruise mode. It's amazing how this BMW is, even though it's a very fast, very good handling bike, it's just kind of made more of a cruiser rider out of me than riding my cruisers and touring bikes have done. I don't know why, it's weird, but hey, I'm weird, so what can I say? Anyway, that's my complete vlogging setup for when I'm riding the motorcycle. I hope you got something out of this. Oh, look at it, he turned off somewhere. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, share the video, subscribe if you haven't, help me grow this channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.